Berkshire would be a lot bigger.
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 But we would have been sweating at night. It's crazy to sweat at night.
Over financial things.
Over financial things, yes.
I wouldn't want to take a 1% chance wiping out my Aunt Katie's net worth or something. It's just not something in life that I could live with. So I would rather be, 100 times too cautious than 1% too incautious, and that will continue as long as I'm around. But we have a extreme aversion to incurring any permanent loss. But the idea of losing permanently other people's money, people who trust us, that's just the future I don't want to have. And we would die psychologically if we lost a lot of other people's money. We wouldn't take it in the first place. It'd be crazy to take. But we do know that we wake up every morning and we want to be safer in terms of your eventual investment.
Welcome back everyone to the Audacious Money Witch channel, where we talk about the magic behind the stock market. If you haven't been under a rock, 2025 hasn't been kind to us so far, especially when you live in Los Angeles, California. Many people work their whole life to buy a house, but now it's gone with the wind. A whole life's work burns to the ground. Is this fate or it's just nature?
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything.
We have no great war, no Great Depression. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives.
I know Los Angeles is a vital city economically in the U.S. With so many people's houses burning down, what do they have left in terms of assets? It's probably their stock investments. Last year, S&P 500 was above 6,000 and Bitcoin was above 100,000. Now look at it, it's less. Last year, my Honest stock was at $8. Yesterday, it was in the fives. A lot of profit has been wiped out. Most of the people who work at Honest live in Los Angeles. I do hope they are okay.
I'm Carla Vernon, the CEO of the Honest Company. I wanted to just take a moment. As a company that was founded in LA, we have the majority of our employee base in LA. We just want to express our deep and heartfelt prayers and sympathy for the Californians, the members of the LA community, and the loved ones who care so much about them, for what people are going through right now in LA.
In this type of extreme situation, we need special support, both emotionally and psychologically. So in this video, I will explain how Warren Buffett deals with losses and how to avoid losses in the first place. I will also share 3 stocks that will do very well in 2025, even if the stock market crashes.
One of my favorite cities in the world of all time, that's Los Angeles. It's tragic to see what's happening. Over 20 lives have been lost and houses were burned down, even in Malibu. Those $1 million beach houses with the best ocean view with the warmth of the California sun. It feels like a paradise to me. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it burn down. When a house burns down, it's almost like a total loss. It feels like 100% loss in stock, a permanent loss of capital. It's totally devastating.
Warren Buffett's rule number 1 is never losing money. And rule number 2 is never forgetting rule number 1. This is why I said you don't need to jump into the quantum computing stock speculation in 2024 during the Santa Claus rally. It's because based on their financials, it doesn't even make sense to speculate. I know that some of us have felt FOMO when it comes to Rigetti stock. I mean, it goes up 20 to 40% on a good day. That's totally insane. But what if you can't help your emotions and jump in at the wrong time? Namely, when it was at $20 top, then you would have lost 50% of your money. That would be very sad, because now that Rigetti money would become dead money for a while.
Welcome back to the quantum realm, Scott. I've been waiting a long time for this.
What?
If you have any of Warren Buffett's teachings in your mind, you would never touch quantum stocks at the current state of the stock market. I think it's a distraction.
Every year, we have distraction in the stock market. In 2021, it was the meme stocks. This time, it's the quantum stocks. What are they trying to distract us from? Well, we have yield curve that are mostly normalized by now.
While the U.S. Federal Reserve cut overnight rates by 125 basis points since November 2023, the U.S. 10-year Treasury yield has risen more than a percentage point, touching 4.8% for the first time since October 2023. And April 2007 before that. So as the Fed cuts the short-term yield down, the long-term bond yields are rising fast. Higher rates are opposite of what financial markets had been expecting. After a record 793 days of inversion from July 2022 through September 2024, an upward sloping yield curve means that longer dated bonds finally yield more than short. That makes sense.
Since 1955, every U.S. recession has been preceded by an inverted yield curve, followed by re-steepening before recession fully materialized within 6 to 18 months. So far, no recession has been declared for 4 months, after the U.S. 10 to 2 years curve normalized.
Furthermore, when the Fed cuts its policy rate, the U.S. dollar typically weakens, lowering borrowing costs for international United States debtors and boosting U.S. exports. The opposite has happened this time, with the U.S. dollar index surging 10% against major trading partners since July 2023, magnifying the downside risk of highly inflated stock prices. 30% of S&P 500 company revenues are generated in deflating non-USD currencies, and closer to 60% for the Mag 7 companies, so this earnings season's coming soon. Watch out! Higher yields are better for savers but hard on debtors, and are much less stimulative to credit growth and stock markets. Risk complacency is evident in exuberantly priced assets. That's why recently I've been looking for value type of investment opportunities currently in the market. I will share 3 stocks that I believe will do well in 2025. The first one is Lululemon.
Lululemon Athletica, the queen of athleisure, is one of my top moneymaker in 2024. It will be a showstopper again in 2025. Lulu boosted its earning outlook for the fiscal fourth quarter in the wake of a strong holiday shopping season. After profit, revenue and gross margin outlook were raised.
During the holiday season, our guest responded well to our product offering, enabling us to increase our fourth quarter guidance, said Chief Financial Officer Megan Frank. The new guidance ranges are above the analyst consensus for EPS of $5.66 and revenue of $3.47 billion.
Lululemon said it now expects gross margin to improve by 30 basis points from a year ago, compared with previous guidance of a decrease 20 to 30 basis points.
Analyst Joseph Civello said to his clients that he believed the stock's underperformance over the past year had created an attractive entry point for investors, especially given the growing momentum in TikTok trends. As Lululemon continues to execute on bringing more newness into its assortment, we expect demand trends to continue to improve, Civello said, which combined with easier year-over-year comparisons makes him very bullish on 2025 opportunities.
He raised his stock price target to $460 from $420. I think if it can get up to $460, it can make a brand new high.
The second stock is Guess stock. This stock has a deeper value today than most stocks in the market. It's traded under its book value.
Their plane landed in LA, and the four brothers began.
And we moved.
They suddenly fell in love with this incredible atmosphere and the opportunities waiting for them. They thought that if there is anything that they were looking for, this was definitely the right place.
It has a forward PE of 6 with over 9% dividend yield, beats any treasury bond yield. The question is, where is the bottom? It has been in a downward channel for almost a year. Valuation is dirt cheap. Cheap can get cheaper. But if you don't get in when it's getting cheaper, you will regret not buying enough shares when it is taking off. I have to put this one here because, like Honest Company, Guess was also founded in Los Angeles.
The third stock is WBA Walgreens stock, a stock I already made 2 recent videos about. I believe it will be a promising turnaround story in the beginning of a stage of taking off.
You can say I am picking up companies that have major competitors like Guess and Walgreens. I will remind you, so does Warren Buffett when he was younger, picking cigar butt companies and making his fortune. Do you know Berkshire Hathaway was also a cigar butt company? Thank you everyone for watching Audacious Money Witch channel. Please remember to like and hit the subscribe button. Bye!